Psychology suggests that having few friends is not always about bad luck. It is often connected to certain habits, thought patterns, and behaviors that make building relationships more difficult. This is not simply about being quiet or reserved. It goes much deeper than personality. Here are some psychological traits often seen in people who spend much of their time alone even when they wish for stro. 1. They overthink social situations. Some people replay conversations for hours after they happen. They examine every word, expression, and reaction. Psychology links this to heightened self-awareness. Their minds constantly evaluate how they appeared to others. While this can increase insight, it can also create tension. Instead of enjoying the moment, they stay trapped and analyze. Other people sense that discomfort. It can make interactions feel distant. They are not trying to be unfriendly. They are simply focused on monitoring themselves. As a result, connection becomes harder than it should be. 2. They value authenticity too much. They quickly notice insincerity, exaggeration, and fake behavior. Psychology associates this with strong social awareness. Absolutely perfect. They dislike pretending and engage in surface-level approval. They do not fake interest to make conversations easier. They do not praise people just to gain acceptance. While honesty is valuable, it can also create distance. Many social interactions depend on small acts of politeness and agreement. When someone refuses to play along, others may feel uncomfortable. Their quiet honesty is often misunderstood. People may view them as arrogant when they are simply genuine. 3. They rely too heavily on themselves. Many friendships grow through shared support and emotional exchange. However, some people handle everything on their own. Psychology refers to this as emotional self-reliance. They solve problems privately and rarely ask for help. On the surface, this seems like strength, yet relationships often require vulnerability. When people never share struggles, others feel unnecessary. Friends want to feel useful and trusted. Over time, they stop reaching out. The person is not rejecting others directly, for they think independently. Some people find it difficult to follow group opinions. They question trends and social expectations. Psychology describes this as low social conformity. They prefer forming their own conclusions. This independence helps them think clearly. However, it can also separate them from groups. Most friendships form around shared beliefs and experiences. Independent thinkers often challenge assumptions instead of accepting them. They ask questions when others simply agree. This creates distance even when respect remains. Their honesty keeps them authentic, but it can also leave them isolated. 5. They struggle to express emotions. Some people care deeply but have trouble showing it. Psychology links this to difficulty identifying emotions. They may offer practical help instead of emotional support. They believe actions matter more than words. However, relationships often depend on emotional connection. Others want to feel understood and appreciated. When feelings remain hidden, that connection weakens. People may admire their intelligence and reliability, yet they still feel emotionally distant. Over time, friendships fade because emotions were never fully shared. Most people do not lose friendships all at once. The process usually happens slowly through small repeated patterns. A delayed response, limited emotional expression, or constant self-reliance can gradually create distance. These habits often build walls without intention. However, being alone does not mean something is wrong with you. It may simply mean your personality works differently from the social norm. You should not pretend to be someone else just to fit in. Real connection cannot be built on a false version of yourself. The goal is not to change who you are. The goal is to understand how your traits influence your relationships. Once you understand that, the question changes. Instead of asking why friendships are difficult, you begin to see how your behavior shapes your social world.